What's happening, good people? This your boy Reef. So I'm just leaving the gym from my tour day, breathing a little hard, sweating a little bit. But listen, man, I was inspired when I was leaving the gym, when I was in the gym to do this video. And a lot of things that I talk about is transparency from my own life experiences or what have you. So the reality of what I had to tell myself today was stop waiting on people. I used to sit back and wait for people to help me, or say because I know so-and-so or whatever, my life is going to be better. Or if you just believe how I believe, and if we walk together in agreement, we can do some amazing things. So as the years passed, I found my life in the same cycle, a repeated cycle. And I realized I gave people power over my life because I wanted to wait for their help. I wanted to wait for their approval and their validation. I wanted them to believe like I believe and to see how I see and saw and share the same goals and dreams and visions. And the reality of it is you keep waiting on people, you're going to find yourself waiting on people to the day you die. And you will find out that sometimes that help will never come. Nobody have to help you. Nobody have to believe in you. You got to stop being a victim. And I had to tell myself that. I had to stop waiting on people to believe in me and to help me do what the things that I believe that God called me to do and be in my life. I waited. And I waited. And I'm going to tell y'all something. 2013 was a year that God really woke me up to reality. I mean, 2012 was definitely an eye-opener. But 2013, I wind up losing everything that I had. I mean, I'm talking about if people that knew me knew that I had a lot without me going on, on a tangent. And I looked for people to help me. I looked for people to get me out of the hole. And nobody was there, really. I found myself, it was like a ram in a bush that God had. It was a select few people. But the people that I expected to be there for me wasn't. And I found myself in a rut, saying, I did this for them. I did that for them. If it wasn't for me. And I had to sit back and say, you know what? God used me to be a blessing to their lives. I'm not God of their lives, nor do I have control. But only thing I have control over is what I do with my own life. And today, I realize that I have to stop waiting on people. So I'm telling you today, stop waiting on people to believe in what you believe in, to believe in the vision which God gave you, to even give you a stamp of approval or validation. Stop waiting, because it's not worth it. I really wanted people to say, hey, teamwork make the dream work. Tyrese said something, and it was so powerful. He was talking about how life is a canvas. And I realized that and although life is a canvas and I could paint my own picture, let me tell you something, that blessed me so. But I realized something, Tyrese, that though life is my canvas, I still had to, before I painted this new direction and this new picture, I had to erase everything that was on the old canvas. I had to, because if I didn't erase it, it was going to eventually seep through the cracks of the new paint. And so eventually, if I didn't look within myself and deal with the rejection, deal with the pain, deal with the daddy issues, the mama issues, the no grandparents, the poverty mindset of my bloodline, the nobody having nothing, I had to deal with everything that scarred my heart, my mind, and my spirit. And now everything can be afresh. Now everything can be anew. So I'm telling you, before you go out and you look for people to help, you help yourself. You look within yourself and say, you know what? Let me not blame this person for my issues. Let me deal with me. And as you deal with you, you'll see how your life become better. But don't look to blame people and look for people to help you. God gave you the ability to get up and to stamp yourself. I remember I was talking with I call him he don't know this, Tony Gaskin. He's like my big little brother. I'm older than Tony, but Tony, I'm inspired by him. And I remember I was on the phone a few years ago, and he was saying, man, if I had your story, you should be on Oprah instead of me. Man, and it still didn't register. What he was telling me was, dude, you got the power to impact the nation of people. While you looking at my life, look at your life, because your life inspires anybody else. It inspired me, and I didn't take it into consideration at that time. Had I listened to Tony back then, I probably would have been way more further than I am in my life. But I was even looking for Tony and everybody else to say, hey, come on this stage with me. Come speak. Come be a motivational speaker. Come be an inspirational speaker. Come, let the world know who you are. And I was looking for a hand up. And God said, I already gave you a hand. So anyways, you be who God calls you to be. Stop waiting on people to help you. God bless you with your own ability to get up, to fight for what you believe in, and don't hold back your destiny no longer because you depended on people. You got God and yourself. And eventually, sometimes, and this is what I wanted to say, this last thing I'm going to say, sometimes you got to, although you got a million people around you, you got to work like you alone. Work like you're by yourself. And guess what? When you work like you're by yourself, and if they so happen to catch along or catch on to what you're doing right now, then that's what matters. You know what I'm saying? I mean, then they get it. But if they don't catch on, that's on them. But if you working like you by yourself, hey, you cannot lose, because even if you fall, you can get back up. I'd rather fall from trying than never try and never have a fall experience at all. This is Reef speaking. God bless. Sweating hard like crazy, going to and leaving in the gym. I'm gonna put some more up in a couple of days or whatever, but don't wait on people. God bless you.